class of 2013, please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Faculty and staff of EWHS, we would like to welcome our parents, family, and friends to the 2013 commencement exercise. Congratulations to the members of the graduating class for accomplishing this milestone achievement. Family and friends, we appreciate you for supporting us, and we thank you for sharing this special moment with us in time. I have the honor of introducing the first of our 4 featured speakers. From the time we entered elementary school, our parents have always encouraged us to do our best. While this is a noble goal, we all know how difficult it is to accomplish this. Our first featured speaker defines what it truly means to give your best every day. She has the highest grade point average for the EWHS School of Arts, Education, and Global Studies class and the title of valedictorian. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Elena Marie Grubb with words of inspiration.
Congratulations, class of 2013. We finally made it. There is no way possible for any of us to summarize or describe all of the memories we have made during our years in high school. All of the late nights on Google using Wikipedia to finish those projects we put off until the last minute seem like such insignificant moments. But it is moments like those, along with countless others, that we will remember and cherish for the rest of our lives. Whether you believe high school was the best time of your life or the worst, those experiences have shaped you into the person you are. But this is not the end for us. It is a new beginning. We have the opportunity to do whatever we want with our lives. Now, I'm not saying the journey from now on will be an easy one. I would never try to tell you that line. But the steps it took to get here were challenging as well, and we still had fun along the way. Each and every one of us has earned the right to be standing in this auditorium today. Just be sure to remember exactly what it took to be here. Although there were plenty of times that called for us to be serious, we also needed a chance to let go, to be free from our responsibilities no matter how short the break was. Reflect on the moments you have made during high school and remember each of those when you are in a tight spot. We will encounter many of them, but they will not be impossible for us to get through. I will be the first person before anybody to tell you that I did not make it here on my own. My family and friends have helped to build me into the person I am. And I must say, I have the greatest friends anyone could ask for. Of course, my opinion is a bit biased, but my friends, both old and new, encourage me to be a better person. And my parents. I have truly been blessed to have such amazing parents. They have always urged me to do the best that I can, never expecting perfection, but instead to make a wholehearted attempt at whatever I was trying to do. And I can guarantee you that my brothers and I were far from perfect. So instead of finding a quote online to piece my entire speech together, I wanted to take that piece of advice from my parents and relay that message to you. Life is not about perfection. You will never have all of the right answers or the highest IQ in the room. So do not live your life trying to be perfect. You know what is right and wrong, and you know where you want to be 10 years from now. So do your very best to get there. Of all the challenges you have overcome in your life, you have never given up. If you had given up, you wouldn't be sitting here today. You are getting ready to receive your high school diploma, and you will be making the decisions regarding your future from here on out. So invest in your life, because only you are responsible for how it turns out. I've decided that I wanted to make a difference in the lives of others, so I'm choosing a career path to help me do it. But what inspires you? If you already know, go for it and never give up. And if you don't know, don't worry. There's no time limit on reaching your goals. Just find out what it is, and don't be afraid to make mistakes or ask for help. It's how we learn. And sometimes, you'll never know what will happen unless you jump in and do it. Don't live your life trying to please each person you meet. You will not be happy. Do the very best that you can, and you will never be disappointed with yourself. Be smart, have fun, and don't ever forget to stop every once in a while to enjoy the little things. Thank you.
We are glad to have families, friends, and faculty with us on this day of celebration. We have the honor of introducing our distinguished guests. As we acknowledge our guests, we ask each guest to stand and to remain standing until all have been introduced. Audience, we ask that everyone hold their applause until each guest has been recognized. We are pleased to have with us today, representing the Wake County Public School System, Deputy Superintendent of School Performance, Ms. Kathy Moore, representing the North Carolina Legislator from District 18, NC, Senator Chad Barefoot, representing the North Carolina Legislator from District 39, Representative Darren Jackson, representing the Town of Zebulon, Mayor Robert Anthony, representing Wake County Board of Education, District 4, Board Member and Chairman, Mr. Keith Sutton, representing Wake County Board of Education, District 1, Board Member, Mr. Tom Benton, Eastern Area Superintendent, Mr. Danny Barnes, Wake County Public School System Assistant Superintendent for Faculties, Mr. Joe Desermix, Wake County Public School System Assistant Superintendent for Special Education, Ms. Karen Hamilton, Eastern Area Superintendent Special Assistant, Ms. Diane Garland,
East Wake High School Dean of Students, Mr. Leon Hines, East Wake High School Senior Class Counselors, Ms. Melanie Carlton, Ms. Stacy Davidson, Ms. Karima Majed, Ms. Carrie Pinnell, and Ms. Tiana Reed. East Wake High School Class of 2013 faculty sponsors, Ms. Maddie Good, Ms. Christina Thompson, and Ms. Susan Wall. Thank you all for joining us on this special occasion. We have the honor of introducing our next set of featured speakers. Since entering high school, our teachers challenged us to work towards our potential. While this graduation ceremony represents the fulfillment of that potential, a select few of us have truly exceeded beyond that measure.
Our next featured speakers have earned the highest grade point average for their schools and earned the title of valedictorian for the East Wake School of Health Science and East Wake School of Engineering Systems, respectively. I am pleased to introduce our keynote speakers for our commencement exercise, Daniel William Levin and Abigail Torres Rivera.
Good morning. Are you guys excited yet? It's finally here, the big graduation day. Looking back, I have made many decisions that will affect the rest of my life. I chose to work hard in school and make those grades that didn't seem to amount to anything back when I was younger. And all that I could go on was the fact that my mother said that I should do it, so I just listened, usually. I chose what type of career I wanted to study and pursue for the rest of my life, what college to go to, and ensure that all of the right steps were taken to get to where I'm trying to go. There have been years of work, but it all happened so fast. Through the years, I have learned a few facts. The first fact that I've learned is that few is a very good description of how much I really do know. The pursuit of knowledge never ends, and I've only begun to learn. Graduating from high school is but the beginning of our lives. It does not mean that we have fully learned how to live life. It is merely the foundation of the greater bounds of knowledge in life that we are going to learn throughout time. In order to make it through high school, I needed constant help from those that truly do have experience and knowledge about succeeding in life. Those people are my parents, grandparents, teachers, and my Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. My parents have been with me the whole way. They love me, they feed me, they put up with me. They have experienced much more than I have and know what to do in many situations that I am not able to handle on my own. From the day they had to dress me because I couldn't help myself, to right now in the auditorium, they have been there. My parents have made a great impact on my life. They homeschooled me for 9 years, taught me how to work hard, how to always treat others with respect, a thing that I have found very difficult to say the least. And most importantly, they taught me about God. Without them, I would not be up here right now. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for your constant support. Where would my parents be without my grandparents? My grandparents have been great in my life also. Not only did they raise those who raised me, they showed me a great deal of love and support, just like my parents did. My grandparents even spoiled me a bit more, which is much appreciated. Thank you for that. They have made a large impact in my life. An even stronger figure that has guided me through all of the stresses, not only in high school, but also throughout all of life, is God. David says in Psalm 18:2, "The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my rock in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold." He is always able to help me figure out how to manage my life. He can calm me in the toughest of times. His love never changes. He is all-knowing and perfect. There is nothing that can stand in my way with God on my side. In Philippians 4:13, Paul says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Those words hold true in my life. With God's guidance and strength, I can follow the way that He has planned for me and succeed. On my own, I would not be able to do all the things that He does through me. Another thing that I've learned is that the time we spend and develop the most is when times are the hardest. The more work you have, the more you struggle, the more hopeless you may feel. Pushing through these things will help you to be your absolute best. Doing these things is not as difficult when you lean on Christ. He will give you the strength to push through and survive. It is then that we find out what we are capable of doing. We are also shown how much more can be done when God works through us. I've also learned that the derivative of arc sine is 1 over the square root of 1 minus x squared. I'm not completely sure what that means, but I learned it. Our whole lives will involve many more difficulties to handle throughout the upcoming years. It won't be easy, but we can make it. We can make it as long as we take the advice of those who have gone before us and gained wisdom. As long as we persevere and seek the guidance of others, we can do great things with our lives.
Family and friends, my fellow graduates. We finally made it. It was about time. After approximately 2,340 days or more of going to school since kindergarten or preschool, we have finally made it to the beginning of our lives. It has been a long but rewarding journey, a journey filled with schoolwork, homework, friends, ex-friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, ex-girlfriend and boyfriends. A journey where in 3rd grade we began to take our EOGs. A journey where we were taught to write in cursive, which today most of us don't know how to write it, in my case read it. We only know how to write our signature. Where we had to take the writing test in the 4th, the 7th, and the 10th grade. And then as a junior or senior, we had to take the SAT and the ACT. And some of us had to take it 2 or 3 times, like me. A journey where we had to take those endless hours of driver's ed with Mr. Lister during the summer or after school. A time filled with football games, softball games, basketball games, baseball games, homecoming, prom, the list goes on. Many of us have had to endure many hardships, like the death of a family member or a friend like Jacob Spain. May he rest in peace. All of these things, whether you think they're significant or insignificant, they have brought us here today to this memorial auditorium. Every obstacle that has tried to hold us back has molded us into becoming great and strong young men and women. When we receive our diplomas today and walk out of those doors, many mountains are going to rise up against us in an attempt to stop us from reaching our dreams and goals. But we have proven today that we are capable of overcoming anything and everything that comes our way. We have come to the point where many responsibilities now fall on our shoulders, and our decisions and choices are what will determine our future. Some of us will go to college. Some of us will join the armed forces to defend this great country of ours, and others will immediately join the workforce. Whichever category you fall in, it doesn't matter. The important thing is for you to do and be the best that you can be in whatever you set your mind on. For you to be able to reach the end of your life, which will probably be in a retirement home, abandoned by your children, all alone. But you'll be able to say, I did everything I wanted to do, and I'm satisfied. Each and every one of us has a fire inside of us, wanting to burst out and show the world what we have to offer. Each of us has a purpose, and it is our job to find that purpose and live it to the fullest, or else you're just wasting your time. Graduates, life is like a clock. It keeps on ticking, ticking, and ticking until the battery runs out. I urge you all, including myself, to take full advantage of your life. It will pass you by, never able to return to that moment. None of us know when our battery is going to run out. So grasp each of the opportunities given to you like a gift in your hands, because we only live once, people. Hashtag YOLO. At this moment, I'd like to take the opportunity to say a few words to our fellow Spanish-speaking families that are here today that do not understand English well, which include my own parents. Buenos días, mi gente latina. Padre, ustedes deben de estar muy orgullosos de sus hijos y hijas hoy. Graduante, hemos logrado algo que muchos latinos a lo mejor no le dan mucha importancia. Pero estamos aquí, viviendo en Estados Unidos, donde la educación es necesaria para el éxito. En este país a veces nos ven como mal educados, pero no es así. Nosotros somos una gente llena de pasión, creatividad y de cultura que tiene mucho para dar. Somos inteligentes, tenemos talento, tenemos esa energía para trabajar. Mi gente, sea que usted vaya al colegio, a la Fuerza Armada o a trabajar porque a lo mejor no tengas papeles, lo importante es que seas el mejor en lo que te enfoques. Sé tú y échale muchas ganas. Los quiero mucho y que Dios me los bendiga. Transitioning back to English. To wrap things up, I want to first thank God for allowing me to have this much success throughout these 4 years. I want to thank my parents for always wanting the best of me. My father's dream as a teenager was to study in the United States, and he did not get that opportunity. Neither did my mom. But he has always told my sister and me that he's proud of us because his dream has become a reality through us. My pa, te amo mucho. I also want to thank the teachers that have pushed me to the point where I thought was sometimes almost impossible to reach. Thank you to all my math, social studies, English, science, Spanish, engineering teachers, and my construction teacher for teaching me throughout these 4 years. And to all the people I have had the honor of calling my friends. I probably won't see many of you in a long time. We will all part into different directions. Never forget the people you have come across with during this pre-life we have lived. Somehow, some way, each of us has impacted the other into becoming who they are today. So, I look forward to seeing y'all again at our high school reunion a few years from now. That ought to be very interesting. It has been an honor being one of your speakers today. Take care and God bless you, and may God bless the class of 2013. Thanks for listening.